Under your type tool is another tool, and I know that because there's a black arrow at the bottom right hand corner of the T, and if I hold down, then all the hidden tools will show up, and it's called Type on a Path tool. Type on a Path tool is actually a really cool tool because it will let you do the arc text. It'll let you kind of mess around with the shape of your text depending on the shape of the line that you create. So I'm going to show you real quick how to type on a path because it acts as a really cool effect when you are designing pages. So I'm actually going to use the rectangle tool, and when I hold it down, again, because the black arrow shows that there's a hidden tool there, I'm going to choose my ellipse tool, and that's the circle. Now I'm going to create, let's see, just a rectangle or a rectangle, shapes, Mr. Wilson, shapes, an oval like that, and I am going to use my corners here to kind of move it around to where this is kind of in line with my dolphin's back here. Okay, so you can see now that I have the same curvature almost as my dolphin, and I'm going to line this line up on the dolphin like that. And you can move it around and get as precise as you want, but for the sake of this, that's about as close as we're going to get. So I have my circle, and you really need to make sure that you have your that you're in normal mode, not in preview mode when you're doing this, because you need to see the lines of your circle. I have my circle here, and I don't have a stroke or a fill on that circle. It's just a empty circle. If I were to move those lines, you wouldn't even see it's there. And I hit W to do that. W is the magical tool to do that. So I hit W, it's not even, you can't even see it's there. So I'm going to go over here to my type tool, type on a path, and my cursor is going to have that little diagonal line through it. When I get over the path, you can see there's a plus sign that shows up, and I'm going to click once, and my cursor is going to show up there. Now, things are cool. When I type, you can see that it is typing on the path of that circle. I can highlight that text. I can change the font. Where's some of my cooler fonts? Because I like this one, Bromello. Okay, dolphins are cool. I can change the size, make it even a little bit bigger than that, even bigger than that. Okay, and then when I remove all of my guy, you can see that I've actually typed on top of my dolphin here, but you can't see the circle. If I were to accidentally have a stroke or an outline on that circle, I'm going to make it bright pink so you can see, it would show up. So if you want the lines to show up that you're typing on, that's fine too. But I've decided to take that stroke off so that the text is essentially floating, and you can see how you typed on a path. Now, if you want to type inside the circle, if you want to type on another side, if you go up to type on a path, options, there are a bunch of different options here. And as long as you have preview selected, you can mess around with it and see what you're dealing with. So you can see you can flip the text so it's inside your circle. You can skew it, create a 3D ribbon, all sorts of different options. I just like the rainbow one. You can have it to the ascender, which is on the top of your text. You can have it to the descender, which is the bottom of that P there. You can have it centered, which is center with the line, or the baseline, which I like, which is baseline is going to be the bottom of where most of your characters fall. Any X, you can think of like the bottom of an X would be the baseline. You can increase the spacing or decrease the spacing. These are all options. I'm going to keep it at 0. And then you can make it at the bottom, top, center. This isn't really, it's not doing a whole lot to this particular text, but if you were to move your text around or do different effects, you would do that. So I'm going to hit OK, and I now have typed on a path.